Hello everyone and welcome to this detailed review. Today we have something quite unique for you, an electric skateboard from the company Meepo, the V5 model. Now I'm sure most of you are familiar with electric scooters and electric bikes, but an electric skateboard is a bit of a novelty for me. It's exciting to dive into this category and I can't wait to share my impressions with you. The Meepo V5 arrives in a pretty large box, which already gives you the impression that this is a serious piece of gear. It's really nice to see that Meepo took the time to design the packaging in a way that makes it easier for users to handle. They included a practical handle on the box, which is such a thoughtful touch. This simple addition makes it a lot easier to carry the board from the post office or delivery point without any hassle. Now let's get to the fun part, unboxing. As soon as we open the box, we're greeted by the sight of the electric skateboard itself, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's take a look at what else is included in the package. There's an instruction manual that details how to use the board safely and effectively. Everything is clearly written and easy to follow, which is great if this is your first time using an electric skateboard. Moving on to the board itself, wow, this thing is massive. And it's heavier than I expected too, but that's to be expected with a high-performance board like this. I'll set it aside for now and check out the other accessories. First up we have the charger. It comes with a European style plug and here's the charging adapter. You just connect the plug to the board and you're ready to juice up the battery. The charging setup is simple and straightforward. Next in the box is the remote control. This is a really cool feature because it allows you to control the skateboard wirelessly. I'll go into more detail about how it works a bit later. There's also a toolkit included with a hex wrench that you can use for adjustments. On both sides of the wrench there are different sized heads so you can tweak various parts of the board. In addition to the hex wrench, there's another small manual, a spare fuse and a charging cable for the remote. So you're pretty much set with everything you need to get started right out of the box. Also hidden within the toolkit is a small cross-shaped attachment, which is another handy accessory. It's nice to see that Meepo thought of all these little details to make the user experience as smooth as possible. Alright, let's take a closer look at the skateboard itself. This is the V5 model, and right away you notice the small Meepo logo on the deck. One of the standout features is the built-in handle for carrying the board. This is incredibly convenient, especially if you plan on commuting with it or just need to carry it around. The surface of the board is not smooth, it's actually quite rough. This is an important feature because it provides extra grip, ensuring that you stay stable when you're riding. A non-slip surface like this makes a big difference, especially at higher speeds. Speaking of speeds, the Meepo V5 comes with 4 riding modes, each offering a different speed range. When you're ordering the board, you can choose between 2 versions, one with a range of 18 km and another with a range of 32 km. That's the distance the board can travel on a single charge, which is pretty impressive. On top of that, the V5 can reach a top speed of up to 45 km/h. To put that into perspective, many electric scooters can't even go that fast. So this board is not just a toy, it's a serious mode of transportation. Now let's flip the board over and take a look underneath. Here we find the power button for turning the board on and off, as well as a battery indicator that shows how much charge is left. There are 4 little LED lights that give you an idea of the battery level. You'll also notice the rear wheels, which house 2 500W motors, one in each wheel. That gives you a combined power of 1000 tordiabios, which is more than enough to tackle most inclines and reach top speeds quickly. Additionally, there's a component underneath that looks like a heatsink. This piece helps with cooling and protects the battery. It also plays a role in the board's ability to turn smoothly at up to a 45-degree angle, giving you a nice tight turning radius. The wheels themselves are 90 meters in diameter and made from high-quality urethane, designed to give you a smooth ride, even on slightly rough surfaces. One of the things I really like about the V5 is the thought that went into the trucks, the part of the board that holds the wheels and allows you to turn. Meepo used a new type of alloy for the trucks, aluminum alloy A356. This material is strong and durable, which means the board will remain stable even when riding at high speeds. This is crucial because stability is key when you're zipping around at 45 km/h. The charging port is located on the side of the board, next to the trucks. The board itself is 11 inches wide, which gives you plenty of space to stand comfortably. The deck is made from an 8-ply maple wood, so it's incredibly sturdy but still has a bit of flex to absorb some of the bumps in the road. The 8 layers of maple give the board a solid feel underfoot, and you can really sense the quality of the construction. Depending on the model you choose, the battery capacity will vary. The standard model has a 100 mAh battery, but if you opt for the extended range version, you'll get a 288 Wh battery. This means you can ride for longer distances without needing to recharge. The maximum weight the board can support is 150 kg, so it's suitable for most riders. The weight of the board itself is around 8.8 kg, depending on the configuration, which makes it light enough to carry, but heavy enough to feel solid and stable on the road. Now let's talk about the waterproofing. The V5 has an IPX5 rating, meaning it can withstand light splashes and rain, though I wouldn't recommend riding it in heavy rain. Still, it's good to know that the board has some level of protection against water. Alright, moving on to the remote control. The remote is small and fits comfortably in your hand. It has a wheel that you use to control the speed, push it forward to accelerate, and pull it back to brake. There are also two buttons, one on the right to turn the board on and off, and another on the left to switch between the 4 riding modes. There are also several LED indicators on the remote that give you feedback on the board's battery level and other settings. On the back of the remote, you'll find a strap so you can wear it around your wrist. This is a nice safety feature because it ensures you won't drop the remote while riding. There's also a USB Type-C port for charging the remote itself. I really appreciate how easy it is to pair the remote with the board. Just press the power button on the board and then hold down the pairing button on the remote. The lights will turn green, indicating that the connection is successful. Let's try out the different speed modes. First up is the low mode, which is the slowest setting. It's perfect for beginners or if you are riding in crowded areas where you need to be cautious. As I push the wheel forward, the wheel starts spinning and the board is ready to go. Next, we switch to the medium mode. You can already feel the increase in power and the board responds more quickly. Switching to high mode, things get even more interesting. The board accelerates much faster and the wheels really start to spin. Finally, we move to Pro mode, the most powerful setting. This is where you can really push the board to its limits, reaching speeds of up to 45 km/h. It's exhilarating, but you need to be careful. This kind of speed is no joke. One cool feature is the ability to switch between forward and reverse modes. By pressing the button twice, you can reverse the direction of the motors, allowing you to ride the board backward if needed. This can be really helpful in tight spaces or if you need to make a quick maneuver. In conclusion, the Meepo V5 is a fantastic electric skateboard, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned rider. It offers a great balance of power, speed and range, all in a sleek, durable package. The inclusion of thoughtful features like the handle, waterproofing, and adjustable speed modes makes it a great choice for anyone looking to get into electric skateboarding. Plus, the build quality and attention to detail really set it apart from other boards in its price range. If you're interested in picking up the Meepo V5, you can find it via the link in the description. It's priced competitively, with the base model starting at around $397. If you opt for the extended range version, it will set you back about $599. Given its performance and features, I'd say it's definitely worth the investment, especially if you're looking for a reliable and fun mode of transportation. And that's it for this review. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth reviews like this one. Stay safe, and until next time.